Hello students, welcome to Anne's classes. Let's do mensuration, perimeter and area of plane figures, exercise 23A. Now before we start, let's go through the formulae. Let's revise the formulae so that we can use them in all our word problems. So circumference or perimeter of a circle, if we have to find it, we use the formula 2 pi r. Then radius, if we have to find the radius when circumference is given, we use this formula, circumference by 2 pi. If diameter is asked, then we use the formula 2 into radius. Now if radius is asked, when diameter is given, we use this formula diameter by 2. To find the radius when circumference is given, we say circumference by 2 pi. To find the radius when diameter is given, we say diameter by 2. So now let's begin our word problems. We are on the 17th one. The perimeter of a square and the circumference of a circle are equal. If the length of each side of the square is 22 centimeters, then we have to find the perimeter of the square, the circumference of the circle, and the radius of the circle. So when you have a word problem, the first thing to do is see what is given. Okay, so what is given to us is the side of the square, and the side of the square is given as 22 centimeters. Now, this is the only thing that's given to us, and we are also told that the perimeter of a square and the circumference of a circle are equal. Now let's see what we are asked to find. We are asked to find the question 1, perimeter of the square. So we have the side of a square. Let's find the perimeter of the square. So perimeter of the square is 4 into side, that is 4 into side is 22 centimeters. Now let's multiply this, 4 into 22 or 22 into 4. 4 twos are 8, 4 twos are 8. So we have 88 centimeters. So we have found the perimeter to be 88 centimeters. So now that we have the perimeter, we can go on to the next question. Next up, now we'll move on to the second question. And what is given to us is this: perimeter of a square and the circumference of a circle are equal. Okay, and now we've been asked to find the circumference of the circle. We've already found the perimeter. So perimeter of the square and circumference of the circle are equal. So the circumference is 88 centimeters. Then, now that we know the circumference of the circle, let's find the next thing, that is we are asked to find the radius of the circle. So let's use the formula circumference by 2 pi. So circumference is 88 divided by 2 pi. Divided by 2 into pi is 22 by 7. So here we can get this as 88 divided by 2 into 22 is 44 by 7. Now I can also write it like this: 88 divided, okay, instead of putting it below, I can write it by the side, 44 by 7. This will be 88, division changes to multiplication, 44 by 7 becomes 7 by 44. Now I can cancel 44 and 88 2. So 2 7s are 14. So now I have found the radius of the circle to be 14 centimeters. So we have found all answers now. So radius is 14 centimeters. Circumference of the circle is 88 centimeters. And since perimeter of the square and circumference of the circle are equal, perimeter is also 88 centimeters. Question 18. Find the radius of the circle whose circumference is equal to the sum of the circumferences of the circles having radii 15 centimeters and 8 centimeters. So let's go slowly and let's see what is given to us. We've been given the radii of two circles. Okay, so one circle has 15 centimeters radius, another circle has 8 centimeters radius. So let's find the circumferences of these two circles first. So let's begin with that. Radius of the first circle is 15 centimeters given to us. Now let's find the circumference of this circle using the formula 2 pi r. That means 2 into 22 by 7 into r, which is 15 centimeters. So this will be 2 into 22 is 44 by 7 into 15 centimeters. Now let's multiply 44 into 15. So 5 fours are 20, carry 2, 5 fours are 20, plus 2, 22. 1 fours are 4, 1 fours are 4. Add this up. 2 plus 4 is 6, 2 plus 4 is 6. So here we've got 660 by 7. So circumference of the first circle, we'll leave it at that, 660 by 7 centimeters. Now let's take the second radius. Okay, so second radius is 8 centimeter. This is the radius of the second circle, and the circumference of this is once again the formula 2 pi r. So this is equal to 2 into 22 by 7 into r is radius, which is 8 centimeters. So here also we have nothing to cancel. So let's multiply the numerators. 2 into 22 is 44 by 7 into 8 centimeters. So let's multiply 44 into 8. 44 into 8. 8 fours are 32, carry 3. 8 fours are 32, 33, 34, 35. So here we have found the circumference of the second circle also, 352 by 7 centimeters. Now let's go back to the question. The question says, find the radius of one circle. Which circle is that? Whose circumference is equal to the sum of the circumferences of these two circles. So now what do we have to do? We have to find the sum of the circumferences of these two circles, and that is equal to the circumference of another circle. Okay, so now we've got 660 by 7 and 352 by 7. So now let's find the sum of the circumferences of the two circles. Now, what is the circumference of the first circle? It is 660 by 7 centimeters, and the second circumference is 352 by 7 centimeters. So we have to find the sum of the circumference of these two circles. Now, if you look carefully, these are like fractions because they have the same denominator. So to add such fractions, you simply have to add the numerators. So let's add up 660 and 352. So 0 plus 2 is 2, 6 plus 5 is 11, carry 1, 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 3 is 10. So we have 1012. So the sum of the circumferences of the two circles is 1012 by 7 centimeters. Now, this we've been told in the question itself, that the circumference of the bigger circle is the sum of the circumferences of the two circles, that is this one. So we know the circumference of the bigger circle now, that is equal to 1012 by 7 centimeters. Now we have to find the radius of this bigger circle. So let's do that now. So radius of the bigger circle, to find it, we're going to use the formula circumference by 2 pi. So circumference is 1012 by 7 centimeters divided by 2 pi. That means divided by 2 into pi, which is 2 into 22 by 7. So this is 1012 by 7 centimeters divided by 2 into 22 is 44, 44 by 7. Again, 1012 by 7 centimeters. Let's change the division to multiplication and 44 by 7 to its reciprocal, 7 by 44. Now let's see what we can cancel. We can cancel 7 and 7, and now what we have left is 1012 centimeters divided by 44. So this is what we have. So let's do this division. 1012 divided by 44. Now let's do 44 into 2. Okay, so 44 2s are 88. 88 minus, now 1 minus 8 we can't do, so we have to borrow from here. So 10 and that has become 9 and 11. 11 minus 8 is 3, 9 minus 8 is 1, and we have 2. Now let's try 44 into 3. 44 into 3. 3 fours are 12, carry 1. 3 fours are 12, plus 1, 13. So we've got 132. So 44 into 3 is 132. Minus, we get 0. So when you divide 1012 by 44, we get 23. So that is 23 centimeters. So we have found the radius of the bigger circle to be 23 centimeters. So this is our answer. Question 19. Find the diameter of a circle whose circumference is equal to the sum of the circumferences of circles with radii 10 centimeters, 12 centimeters and 18 centimeters. So here we are talking about three circles with radii 10 centimeters, 12 centimeters and 18 centimeters. Now we have to find the circumference of these circles and then find the sum of the circumference, because there's another circle whose circumference is equal to this. So let's begin slowly and carefully. Radius of the first circle. Okay, so the first circle is given to us in the question itself. Radius is 10 centimeters. So the circumference of that circle, we have to use the formula 2 pi r. That means 2 into pi, which is 22 by 7, into r. And how much is r? R is 10 centimeters. So now we have to multiply this. Now again, there's nothing to cancel. So let's multiply. 2 into 22 is 44. 44 into 10. That's easy. 440 by 7 centimeters. So we have found the circumference of the first circle. Now radius of the second circle is 12 centimeters. Let's find the circumference of this. Again using the formula 2 pi r, which is 2 into 22 by 7 into radius, which is 12 centimeters. So here let's multiply the numerators. 2 into 22 is 44. 44 into 12. So let's multiply 44 into 12. 2 fours are 8. 2 fours are 8. Then 0. 1 fours are 4 and 1 fours are 4. Now add it up. 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. Carry 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. So that's 528 by 7 centimeters. So now we have found the circumference of the second circle. Now, so let's look at the third circle. The radius of the third circle given to us is 18 centimeters. And to find the circumference of this circle, we have to use the formula 2 pi r. That is 2 into pi is 22 by 7 and r is the radius, which is 18 centimeters. Now let's multiply. 2 into 22 is 44. 44 into 18. So let's do that. 44 into 18. 8 fours are 32. Carry 3. 8 fours are 32 plus 3 is 35. 1 fours are 4. 1 fours are 4. Plus 2. 5 plus 4 is 9. And 3 plus 4 is 7. So we've got 792. So the circumference of this circle is 792 by 7 centimeters. So this is given to us in the question that the circumference of the bigger circle, okay, is equal to the sum of the circumferences of these three circles. This is the third one. We had found the circumference of two more. So let's find the circumference of this bigger circle. That will be the sum of all three circumferences. So the circumference of the first circle was 440 by 7 centimeters, which we had found out. Circumference of the second one is 528 by 7 centimeters. And the circumference of the third one is what we just found out, 792 by 7 centimeters. Now these are all like fractions because they have the same denominator 7. So all we have to do is simply add up all three numerators. So let's do that addition. 440 plus 528 plus 792. So 8 plus 2 is 10, carry 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 9 is 16. Carry 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. So we have 1760. So the circumference of the bigger circle is 1760 by 7 centimeters. Now, we have to find the radius of this bigger circle. And for that, we're going to use this formula, circumference by 2 pi. So that is, we just found the circumference 1760 by 7 centimeters divided by 2 pi, divided by 2 into, and pi is 22 by 7, which is equal to 1760 by 7 divided by, now let's multiply 2 into 22. So that is 44 by 7. So that is equal to 1760 by 7. Division changes to multiplication. 44 by 7 becomes 7 by 44. Now we can cancel. I can cancel 7 and 7. I can cancel 1760 also and 44 both by a common factor. So now let's divide 1760 by 44. So 1760, let's divide it by 44. Now 44 into 4. Let's see what 44 into 4 is. 44 into 4. 4 4s are 16, carry 1. 4 4s are 16 plus 1, 17. So we've got this 176. So 44 into 4 is 176. Now let's minus. So it's 0 here. Now we have this 1 0 which we can carry up and finish our division. So what do we have? Our quotient is 40. That means the radius of the bigger circle is 40 centimeters. So we have found the answer. The radius is 40 centimeters. So radius of the bigger circle that we just found out is 40 centimeters. And the diameter is 2 into radius, which is 2 into 40 centimeters. So 42s are 80 centimeters. So we have found the diameter. Diameter is 80 centimeters. Question 20. The circumference of a circle is 8 times the circumference of the circle with radius 12 centimeters. Find its diameter. So what's given to us is this radius. So let's find the circumference of the circle with this radius first. So radius of the circle given to us is 12 centimeters. Circumference of the circle, the formula is 2 pi r, which is 2 into 22 by 7 into r, and r is 12 centimeters. So this is 2 into 22, which is 44, 44 into 12. So let's multiply 44 into 12. 2 4s are 8, 2 4s are 8, 0, 1 4s are 4 and 1 4s are 4. Now add this up. 8 plus 4 is 12, carry 1, 4 plus 1 is 5, that's 528. So here circumference of the circle is 528 by 7 centimeters. Now circumference of the new circle is 8 times this circumference. So 8 into 528 by 7. So here let's multiply 8 into 528. 528 into 8. 8 8s are 64, carry 6. 8 2s are 16, plus 6, 22, carry 2. 8 5s are 40, plus 2 is 42. So we've got 4224, which is the new circumference. So 4224 by 7 centimeters. This is the circumference of the new circle. Now our main question here is find the diameter of this circle. Okay, so let's continue with this. Now we need to find the diameter, but before that we have to find the radius, and the formula to find the radius is circumference divided by 2 pi. circumference we found out to be 4224 by 7 centimeters divided by 2 pi, that is 2 into pi, and pi is 22 by 7. So this will be 4224 by 7 centimeters divided by 2 into 22 is 44, 44 by 7. This will now become 4224 by 7. Division changes to multiplication and we write the reciprocal of 44 by 7. So that becomes 7 by 44. Now we can cancel. We can cancel 7 and 7. So what do we have left? We have 4224 divided by 44. So now let's divide this. 4224 divided by 44. Now we need to get a number close to 422. So let's try 44 into 9. 9 fours are 36, carry 3. 9 fours are 36 plus 3, 39. So 44 into 9 is 396. Now let's subtract here. So when you subtract, 2 is smaller, so we borrow. So 12 minus 6 is 6. 1 minus 9, small, so we borrow again. 11 minus 9 is 2. 264. Now to get 264, let's multiply 44 into 6 and see. 6 fours are 24, carry 2. 6 fours are 24, 25, 26. Yes, we've got 264. So that is 44 into 6 is 264. Now when you minus, you get 0. So now we've got 96. So we have found the radius to be 96 centimeters. Now we can find the diameter. The formula to find the diameter is 2 into radius, which is equal to 2 into, we're going to substitute the value for radius. We found radius to be 96 here, isn't it? 96 centimeters. We are going to write that here. So 2 into 96 centimeters. So let's multiply 96 into 2 and see what we get. 2 6s are 12, carry 1. 2 9s are 18 plus 1, 19. So we've got the diameter as 192 centimeters. So this is our answer. Diameter is 192 centimeters. Question 21. The radii. Radii is the plural for radius. So the radii of two circles are in the ratio 3:5. Find the ratio between their circumferences. Okay, so we've been given the ratio of the radii. So now let's carry on. Let's start. The radii of two circles are in the ratio 3:5. This is given to us already. So let the radius of the first circle be 3x because we'll take the first number, that is in the ratio 3:5. We'll take the first number 3. So that will be the radius of the first circle, 3x. Now we can find the circumference of the first circle by using the formula 2 pi r, which is 2 into pi, which is 22 by 7, into r. And what is r? The radius of the first circle, which is 3x. So now let's multiply. 2 into 22 is 44. 44 into 3x. So let's multiply 44 into 3. So 3 fours are 12, carry 1. 3 fours are 12 plus 1, 13. So that's 132. So that is 132x by 7. This is the circumference of the first circle. Now, let the radius of the second circle be 5x. How did we get that? In the ratio, the second number will be taken as the radius of the second circle. So 5 is given here. So we said let the radius be 5x. Then to find the circumference, we use the formula 2 pi r, which is 2 into pi, and pi is 22 by 7, into r, and r is 5x. Now let's multiply 2 into 22, 44. 44 into 5x. So So first let's multiply 44 into 5. 5 fours are 20, carry 2. 5 fours are 20 plus 2, 22. So 220. So here we've got the circumference of the second circle to be 220 x by 7. So we have found the circumference of the first circle to be 132 by 7x and the circumference of the second circle to be 220 by 7x. So now let's continue to find the ratio between their circumferences. So the first circle, the circumference is 132 by 7x and that is to second circumference 220 by 7x. So ratio is also division, as you know. So 132x by 7 divided by 220 by 7x. Now this will be 132 by 7x. Division will change into multiplication and I will write the reciprocal of the second fraction. So 7 by 220x. Now let's cancel whatever we can. Now 7 and 7 will get cancelled. The x will get cancelled. Now I can cancel 132 and 220 by a common factor. So think of a common factor. 11 can divide both 132 and 220. Now we can do that division separately also. And let's try. Divide this by 11. 11 ones are 11 minus 22. 11 twos are 22. Okay. So 11 into 12 is 132. And this is easy. 11 twos are 22 and the 0. So 12 by 20. Now this can be divided again, isn't it, by another common factor and that is 4. 4 threes are 12 and 4 fives are 20. So what do we have here? 3 by 5, which we can write as a ratio 3:5. So we have got our final ratio in the form 3:5. Question 22. The circumferences of two circles are in the ratio 5:7. So here the ratio is that of the circumference of two circles. Find the ratio between their radii. So we need to know their radii, isn't it? So let's begin. First step, the circumference of the two circles are in the ratio 5:7. Let the circumference of the first circle be 5x. We have taken it from the ratio. For the first circle, the circumference is 5x. Then the radius of the first circle, the formula is circumference divided by 2 pi. So let's do that. Circumference of the first circle is 5x and this is divided by 2 pi means 2 into pi is 22 by 7. So that will be 5x divided by 2 into 22 is 44. 44 by 7, which is 5x into 7 by 44. So what do we get here? 5 into 7 is 35. 35x by 44. Then let the circumference of the second circle be 7x. Now where did we get 7x from? From the ratio here. Okay, 5:7. We took the circumference of the first circle to be 5x and the circumference of the second circle to be 7x. Then the radius of the second circle will be circumference by 2 pi and circumference is 7x. 7x divided by 2 into pi, which is 2 into 22 by 7. That will be 7x divided by 2 into 22 is 44. So that is 44 by 7. This is 7x into 7 by 44. So what do we get here? 7 into 7. 7 sevens are 49x by 44. So we have found the radius of the second circle to be 49x by 44. So we have found both the radii. So this is the first radius and this is the second radius. Now what does the question ask us to find? They're asking us to find the ratio between the radii. So let's go on to the next step here. So now we're going to find the ratio of the radius of the first circle to the radius of the second circle. So what is the radius of the first circle? 35x by 44 is to, what is the radius of the second circle? We found out to be 49x by 44. So this is a division. So this will be 35x by 44 divided by 49x by 44. Now 35x by 44 remains the same. Division changes to multiplication. 49x by 44, we have to write the reciprocal. So 44 by 49x. Now let's cancel what we can. We can cancel 44 and 44. Now we can cancel x and x. So what is left is 35 and 49. And both can be divided by a common factor, which is 7. So 7 5s are 35. 7 7s are 49. So what do we get here? 5 by 7, or the ratio is 5:7. This is the ratio. Question 23. The perimeters of two squares are in the ratio 8:15. Find the ratio between the lengths of their sides. So a similar problem. So let's begin. Let the perimeter of the first square be 8x. How did we get 8 there? This is the ratio of the perimeters of two squares. So the first number, we'll take it to be the perimeter of the first square. So that is 8x. Then side of the square is perimeter by 4. That is a formula. This is a formula to find the side of the square, perimeter by 4. And perimeter we said is 8x. So 8x by 4. So we found the side of the first square. Then let's go on. Let the perimeter of the second square be 15x. 15 from this ratio, the second number. So this is the perimeter of the second square, 15x. Now to find the side of the second square, we use the formula perimeter by 4, which is 15x by 4. Then, now the ratio between the two sides of the square. The first side is 8x by 4. We got it here. We have just written it here. The second side is 15x by 4, which we have here, and we have written it here. And this is the ratio between the two. Now we can write this as division. So 8x by 4 divided by 15x by 4. So this, now since it's division, we can change it to multiplication. The first fraction remains the same. 8x by 4. Division changes to multiplication, and we write the reciprocal of the second fraction, which is 4 by 15x. Now here, let's see what we can cancel. We can cancel 4 and 4. We can cancel x and x. Now what do we have in the numerator? We have 8 in the numerator and 15 in the denominator. So the fraction that we have is 8 by 15. And if you have to change it to a ratio, it becomes 8:15. So this is the answer. So what was the question? The question is find the ratio between the lengths of their sides. The ratio between the lengths of the sides of the square is 8:15. 24. Question 24. The lengths of the sides of two squares are in the ratio 8:15. Find the ratio between their perimeters this time. So what is given to us is let the side of the first square. Let the side of the first square be 8x because that's the first number in the ratio. So we've taken that as the side of the first square. Then perimeter of the first square, the formula is 4 into side, which is 4 into 8x because the side is 8x. So 4 into side, so 4 into 8x. 4 8s are 32. So that becomes 32x. So we have found the perimeter of the first square to be 32x. Then let the side of the second square be 15x. Then perimeter of the second square will be 4 into side. And 4 into 15x. Okay, 15x is from the ratio, the second number. So 4 into side is 4 into 15x. Now 4 into 15. How much is 15 fours? 60. So we have 60x. So here we have found the perimeter of the first square and we have found the perimeter of the second square. And what is our question? Our question is find the ratio between their perimeters. So we're going to find the ratio between these two perimeters. So 32x and now we need to find the ratio between the perimeters of the two squares. So 32x is the perimeter of the first square and 60x is the perimeter of the second square. Now this ratio we have to simplify it. It is 32x is to 60x. Let's simplify it, reduce it to the lowest term. So for that our first step is writing it as a fraction. 32x by 60x. And then we cancel whatever we can to reduce it to the lowest term. So I can cancel x and x. Now 32 by 60, I can cancel it using a common factor. The common factor is 2. So there's another common factor 4. You can do it with 2 or with 4, you will still get the same answer. So let me do it with 2 to make it easier for you. 2 into what is 32? 2 into 16 is 32. 2 into what is 60? 2 into 30 is 60. Remember to use the same number to reduce. So I have used 2 for both 32 and 60. Now again, I have 16 and 30. Both can be reduced again by 2. So 2 8s are 16 and 2 15s are 30. So that's it. I can't reduce it further. So what do I have left here? I have 8 by 15 as a fraction. If I have to write it as a ratio, I get 8 is to 15. So I have found the ratio between the perimeters of the two squares to be 8 is to 15. Question 25. Each side of a square is 44 centimeters. Find its perimeter. So that's the first part. Find the perimeter of a square of side 44 centimeters. Now, if this perimeter is equal to the circumference of a circle, find the radius of the circle. So let's go slowly. First, let's find the perimeter of the square. So side of a square is already given to us. It's 44 centimeter. Now we have to find the perimeter using the formula 4 into side. And this will be 4 into 44 centimeters because side is 44. So 4 into 44 centimeters. Let's multiply this. So that is 44 into 4. So 4 fours are 16, carry 1. 4 fours are 16 plus 1, 17. So we've got 176 centimeters. So the perimeter is 176 centimeters. Now, let's continue with the question. If this perimeter, that is what we have found now, is equal to the circumference of a circle. So this perimeter of the square is equal to the circumference of the circle. Then from that we must find the radius of the circle. So we need to understand our question. So we need to go very slow. Okay. Now perimeter of the square is equal to the circumference of the circle. So that means perimeter is 176 centimeters and the circumference of the circle is also 176 centimeters. Both are the same. Now, radius of the circle. If we have to find it when circumference is given, we have to use the formula C by 2 pi. C divided, this is okay, by 2 pi. C stands for circumference. So circumference of the circle we know is 176 centimeters. So let's use that. 176 centimeters divided by 2 pi. 2 into pi is 22 by 7. So this is 176 centimeters. Division changes to multiplication. Now 2 into 22, that's 44. 44 by 7, I will write it as 7 by 44 because we have to write the reciprocal. Now let's see if we can cancel something. Can we cancel 44 and 176? Okay, let's try. We can cancel it by 2 Because both are even numbers, we can cancel it by 4. We can cancel it by 11. We can also cancel it by 44. Let's take a number that's easier for you. Okay, so 2 or 4, whichever is easier. 11 also is easy, isn't it? So let's try with 11. 11 fours are 44. Now 17, 176, I'm taking only 17. 11 ones are 11. So 17 minus 11 is 6, so I get 6 here, 66. So 11 into 6 is 66. So in my numerator, I have 16. Denominator, I have 4. I can still cancel 16 and 4, both by 4 itself. So 4, I can cancel it. 4 ones are 4 and 4 fours are 16. That's it. I can't cancel anymore. Now I need to multiply my numerators. 4 into 7. 4 sevens are 28 and my denominator is 1. So here the radius of the circle is 28 centimeters. So question 25, we've been asked to find two answers. Find its perimeter, and we found the perimeter to be 176 centimeters. So this is our first answer, 176 centimeters. Then we've been asked to find the radius of the circle, and we found it to be 28 centimeters. So this is our second answer. With this, children, we've come to the end of this exercise. Thank you, children.